Okay, guys, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so much fun. This is my first time reviewing uh Legendary. Yes. Let me tell you guys something. I watched it last season and I freaking couldn't wait for it to come back on this season because I got so into it. So, I got my notes because it was so much. Okay, it was so much going on. They had okay. First of all, they did in LA. They had to break it up into the premiere to two episodes. But I watched all three, like three times, I think. Well, twice. And okay, so five elements of Vogue. Okay, I'm gonna say this line again. One of my favorite lines when he said, "We are coming to sit the girls down." I was like, everything. It was just drama. Everything that I needed in my life. That grand prize, that money, that coin. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because this is why we came to Legendary. All right, this is a season premiere. We have the Grand March. We have two balls, five houses each. The category is Grand March. The five major elements of Vogue. We got catwalk, hands, duck walk, floor performance, spins and dips, and of course, one house goes home. The score is from 1 to 10. The highest score will be safe. Two will have to battle out the redemption. Okay? The Grand March showcases your house. Okay? So, Balenciaga. I hope I'm saying that right. Balenciaga. I'm sorry. Forgive me with these names. I pronounce names horribly, but I was trying so hard to get these names right. Shannon Honey. I remember Honey from last year when she came in as the evil. I was just like, I was really excited. They did a really good job as far as who they picked. Okay, the House of Lux, Miss Becky. I I'll try to remember the out of the houses. This is the first episode. We have the House of Chanel. They have three legends. Okay. Now, from the very first one, it was Balenciaga, and it was against what would I say? Lux, the House of Lux. When Balenciaga came out, and first of all, with that queen, I need that in my life. But when they came out and did their routine, mother fell. But the way she fell, to me, is what really sold it for the judges. Because when she fell, judges was like, it doesn't matter. Because everything was so freaking good. Okay. The House of Chanel, I think because they had three legends in the house, they really was hard on him. Law was like, it was a mess. He was acting like he was like asleep. I was like, he said straight up, he was bored. And I think four was, it's like the lowest score. Was it? Hold on. Yes, I was right. He had the lowest score. Now I'm gonna say this wrong. Miyake, Mugler, Tati. Tati is a legend. When I used to watch her with Princess and that reality show they had, I think it was on Vice. I followed her even after it was over, and I was like, when is she gonna do something else? So when I saw her on here, I was like, I was so excited because she knows what she's doing when she drops everything. And when she comes out there, you really only can see her. I mean, you see everybody, but I'm just saying. Now, in this first one, I remember they were calling them the Power Rangers. Okay. Lux and Chanel ended up battling. The first episode, it wasn't like, it was, to me, it was an introduction, to be honest. But I'm gonna be real. To me, my favorite one was the third episode. I feel like the first two, because I know they had to split it up because of the COVID. But I love the show. Don't get it twisted. But if you know me, you watch my show, my channel, you know how I feel about production, and I just how things are put together. You know what? The one thing I did like when he kept on saying Sade instead of saying Shay, I thought that was cute. Oh, so that's why I'm kind of going through the episodes, because I want to get to the third one. Okay, so we get introduced for the new houses in episode 2, and it was Lux that ended up winning that one against Chanel. Yes, Lux ended up winning. So we go to episode 2. We got House of Prodigy, House of Milan. House of Milan came out and they had the gold. Okay, it was like, it reminded me of like the Oz, and I don't want to sing the song for the copyright. I ain't trying to do all that. So that was everything. Okay. Was it Prodigy that didn't do really well? Garcon was the sexy when they came out with the all black. Okay, House of Icon. Tisci, duh. So that ended up being Icon and Prodigy. Now, it was Deja Vu, and I know I said the name wrong, when they had to battle it out, and when he said, work it, she started spinning his ponytail around. See, the thing, I didn't agree with the decision they made, because I know they were basing it on the Vogue, and I get it. They're basing it on the Vogue and how they're moving, and I know her flipping and all that kind of stuff, they probably don't, she's very talented, but maybe they're saying it's not for that. I agree that I felt like she was everything, but it just wasn't the Vogue. What they were looking for. Okay. So, oh my God, this show, the colors, it's just everything. Ooh. Okay. So this is my favorite episode, which was the third one. I thought the first two, it was one episode they tried to they split it up because of COVID. They didn't want everybody probably all together. Episode 3, the Tinseltown Ball. They are in LA. So we got the popcorn, lights, camera, action. They have Nico, Uncle Cliff, okay, from the Pank, is a guest judge. And in this, it's a twist. The winner earns power. Category is Best Dressed as a House. House of Garcon did the 20s theme. They had the different choreographers like Jamar Balmain, the one that won last year. Okay. And they had one person out of each house that had to sell face. Let me tell you something. Garcon was out there, and when they had the feathers and then she changed the wig. Okay. That was everything. If you didn't see it, I rewound it twice. I was like, I learned so much from this stuff, so much. It's just so beautiful, and it's such an art to me. House of Orici, they had Tanisha. And I know about Tanisha because I used to watch her when she would do like, I don't know if it was making a band. You know how you have them shows and the people are some kind of band and making up. They always call Tanisha to be a choreographer, even on video. She's just really popular. Okay. It was awesome because it was like that Cotton Club. They had the Charleston. That was a really good routine because the choreography, it was everything in the face. I was like, man, she's gorgeous. Okay, the House of Milan. It was 70s. It was really messy. They struggled a whole lot. Lux, I felt bad for them when they lost a member because in the beginning I thought he was going to come back, but he ended up hurting himself and he could not come back. Okay, they really wasn't focused. Okay, so they had this future. They had the just kind of dark clothing like gray, and you didn't know who was face because I noticed whenever Law and anybody talks about it, when someone is face, you can have like really good dancing and movements and everything else like that, but the category is face. They want to see the person who you know is fake. That person has a moment. Like they said, they have a moment. They take time to show that person's face. And like at first, I was like, okay, if you're gonna say you're gonna serve face, then who is the one serving face? So whoever it is needs to be like the almost like the star of that whole routine. Like the whole thing is just all about me. You know, it's just all about me. Period. So I was like, I learned so much. Now there was one. Who was that? Oh my god, I don't have the name up here. I don't have the name. I can't believe it. It's okay. They danced with the 60s, and they were a lot of the judges were saying they didn't like it. But when she said Papa La Beja, I remember from an old clip when they did that white ball. Well, you know what I mean. They were persons of color as far as doing the balls, and it was all white. And so when she started hollering, "You can never!" I never get that. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh my god!" I replayed it and shared it everywhere. House of Balenciaga. There we go. I think they're my favorite, and I realized that because I literally did like a whole freaking look at my notes, a whole thing about them. Okay, now first of all, Honey, oh my god, that whole group is so freaking talented. It is not even funny. Honey is actually a mourning a loss, so you didn't really see Honey in the practice, but she was there, baby, on stage. They had this. This was my favorite routine. Okay, out of all three, it was a Audrey Hepburn, My Fair Lady. First of all, when the music came on, and you hear the stuff, the reference to the movie, they had this lilac color. It was a light, even the light on them that from the studio. It took my breath away. As the mother was laying down, and the kid were like walking around her, and then she started scooting around, and they was all going around her. She was spinning in the middle. That was so freaking everything. Then mother got up, started duck walking. And see, that's like, it is history, and she's a legend. So it was everything. And then the thing about it, she was duck walking. And to me, I tried to do it. I swear to God, I was like, I can't. She was duck walking around the kids as they were doing their thing. And then they got Honey and threw Honey on top. And baby, because mother was in the middle, the kids were all around them. And then when all of a sudden the music just kind of went kind of a slow music. It sounded like it was a bunch of violins. I don't know, but I want that freaking theme for me when I like get up, when I want to feel myself. Anyway, they all started coming up like I said, it was face. So mother was in the middle, and when they were all coming up together, it was almost they were lifting her up, and then she was like boom, and then, like the lights were flashing like that real quick flash like that. And so when she popped up like that, I was just like, oh my god, it was just everything, because they're so in sync. And to me, that was the best performance. And I was like, how can Law give them a 9 and everybody 10? That was a 10. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I just thought it was. Okay. Miyake, this is what Tati's on. Okay. They did like the 40s kind of mobster. It reminded me of that Michael Jackson video. Remember when he did that theme? I can't remember the name of the song to save my life. Oh, Smooth Criminal. Okay, there we go. And but Law and everybody said that those two houses are the house to beat. Okay, is Mujer and House of Balenciaga are the two houses to beat, and I actually agree with that completely. See, Tati is a legend. Period. Okay, Tati is a legend, period. If you watch any of her videos, it's like super crazy. I wonder how she felt being judged by, I don't know. It was very emotional when Becky went home. I was sitting there crying because when I say it's like her body is like rubber. Anyway, in the end, Becky and Malik went against each other, and Becky ended up going home, and I don't know. It was very hard to watch. Now I'm tripping because the '80s theme is actually the one that ended up winning. Teachy duh. Yes. Teachy duh. A. Teachy duh. What? Teachy duh. Okay, baby. That was my second. Well, that was right. That's right up there with the Aubrey Hepburn routine. Is the '80s and those two, because one thing, the colors, the whole '80s when they started popping, boop, bop, 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 boop, bop, 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 bop. I was like, man. And then the hair, saw three different hairstyles. I saw a curly perm, well, a perm that was curl in the '80s, a curl, and then that, okay, that kid in play. I was like, you better, because yeah, it's details. And I was like zooming in. I was like, oh, they got three different hairstyles. The styles, everything. It was sharp. It was, and then the way they did face, that's Simone. She is gorgeous. Because I had to rewind it. I was like, what did they do? They picked Simone up and they literally brought her across. That's Simone. That's Tati, Simone, and Honey. Picked Simone up and carried her across. Go mother right there. But Simone, she was doing the face. You had to look. It's the details for me. It's the details for me. Because when they put Simone down and she did that wink, I was like, oh. Yeah, I think they went home quick. It was that's the one that had the legends in it. Baby, when she whipped that red hair, I was like, look. Okay. Tati! Yes. It was everything. Okay, it was everything. If you have not watched it, if you don't have HBO, you better get HBO or you better to watch it. Okay, they got a free trial. I don't know. I just pay for it. I love HBO Max. And I like to watch Legendary, so I always pay for it. You know what, I feel bad because they kept saying he had no confidence, but he was really good. Really, really good. You know, I kept saying that she looked like Big Frida. Yes, they were so freaking sexy. Look at them outfits. They were sexy. They were. Is that the one they said they didn't like? I believe that's Chanel, and he fell asleep. I was like, oh my god, Law is so freaking mean. I mean, well, he just keeps it real. I think they all keep it real, but in a different kind of way. Some of them judges come back way harder than they did last year. How was that, Law? Hey, look at Stasha. How is it that Law is nicer this year, Simon? These are the legends here too. Honey, Stasha, these were the ones that they said, like, you know, I mean, it was more than just them, but Tati, look, just Google and watch Tati. They said that she did like really good as far as dancing, but they wanted to see more face because she's really beautiful. Yes, y'all, that's go Simone. That's Simone. She was serving face, child. Look at Simone, gorgeous. All right, we're gonna talk about the legend next time it comes on. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. Y'all know I brought my glasses, so I ain't got my glasses on, so forgive me if I'm looking kind of around because you know I can't freaking see. That's all I got for you guys. Until next time.